How do everyone, and welcome back to Royville in 4-color one-shot. My name is Stefan, and I didn't know what I was going to do as my next comic, and I was reading some comics for fun. I still do that from time to time, and I grabbed a couple detective comics, and I read this one, and I just felt like I wanted to tell somebody about it. So, without further ado, this is Detective Comics number 612. And I initially bought it. It is a relatively recent purchase. I initially bought it just because of the cover. I'm a fan of Catwoman. I'm a fan of Catman, who is this character here. And I thought it'd be fun. So, I wasn't wrong. Well, in my opinion, which it's my video, so I guess it's my opinion. Hopefully you agree. So this one was released in March of 1990. So about 30 years ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's get into the creative team. So the writer is Alan Grant and the artist is Norm Breyfogle. And I haven't really heard anything about these two before, so I don't know if they were prolific around this time. I don't know if this was their only issue. If you know, leave that down in the comments. So we start with an older lady walking around Robinson Park. And there's some skateboarders, you know, those darn hoodlum skateboarders that grab her purse and take off with it. Well, thankfully, Batman is on patrol and we got to help this old lady. So he swings into action, takes the purse back, talks to the lady. I guess she's looking for her cat because the cat has disappeared and it always comes home for supper, Mr. Batman. I'll keep an eye out on it, ma'am, but you need to go home. You can't be walking the park at night, even if you're looking for your cat. I'm Batman. Actually, I'm Batman. Okay, so he's wrangling up these young skateboarders and one of them starts screaming. Batman runs to figure out what's going on and the young boy has found a dead, mutilated body, CSI style. Well, let's move on to another scene then. So we get a scene with a reporter who is basically talking about what happened. There's some cops around, there's some reporters now. They're trying to figure out, Batman's there and trying to figure out what's going on. Well, this reporter's like, you know, obviously this is the work of the Catwoman. She's a killer. And just goes on and on about Catwoman. Gordon's like, no. Commissioner Gordon's like, no, it's not Catwoman, it's an animal. Well, you know, Catwoman is evil and she's a killer. It's Catwoman, right? What is your deal, lady? Have you seen like Mean Girls way too much and you want to emulate it? Like, seriously, it wasn't Catwoman. Does Catwoman eat people? I don't know. Maybe she thinks Catwoman eats people. Has she read a comic? Anyway, so we go from that to a scene with a man that we haven't met yet in the book. His name is Thomas Blake, and he is the Tiger King. Catman. So everybody's missing their cat, I guess, because his Siberian tiger is missing. So what does he need to do? He needs to get on his cape and cowl and his Catman underoos and fly into action. Now, this picture makes him look pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, it's not the best design, but it's not bad. I mean, it is reminiscent of Batman, but I mean, it's a good costume and he looks kind of actiony in it. Remember that for later. So he flies into action, and there's kind of this B-C plot with these two 20, 30-something men that are going around stealing cats. One of them keeps giving cat facts. I didn't look them up on Google, though. I don't know if they're actually real, about how somebody found a bunch of mummified cats. They shipped them to England, and then people ate them. Like 1,000 mummified cats. Don't know if that's real. If you know, leave that in the comments. And if you do, maybe you should go on Google for something else. But anyway, so it's kind of funny. They're going around taking these cats, and they're basically selling them to labs for some extra cash, as you do. And I'm reading this, and I look at their van, and then I see the name on the van, Schrodinger's Delivery. Pretty funny, Grant. I gave a little chuckle on that one. So, more power to you. That's a tick up in my book. So, we have Batman on the hunt for whatever this animal is. And Batman thinks it's an animal as well. While this is going on, we get to Catwoman. She is watching the news, and she's watching this vile, evil reporter just slander her name all over the place, and she's going to do something about it. She opens up that closet, sees that Catwoman cap and gowl and skin tight leather suit. It's not really leather in here. It's kind of the old purple suit, but you know, it is what it is. However, she's got this like buzz cut that I'm really, really not enjoying. But she's going to take care of this. Nobody slanders the Catwoman. So she gets on her get up, and she also heads out into the night. So Batman and Catman are on the hunt for the same animal. So, yeah. So Catman finds the Siberian tiger, and he's very happy, I guess. Granted, he sees the Siberian tiger fighting or eating a thief. Maybe it's a superhero. Maybe it's Beast Boy. I mean, come on. Granted, he's not green, but maybe he spray painted himself white. I don't know. So yeah, so he's trying to get in there, and they then draw him like this. Really? Yeah, kind of lovable Catman, a little weird. I mean, kind of gives me some Tick vibes, if you know who that character is. Patrick Warburton, good Tick. Yeah, so sorry, Mr. Blake. They obviously are disrespecting the power of the Catman. Well, Batman comes upon the tiger, sees it, obviously wants to make sure that it is captured, and then Catman surprises him, cuts the bat rope. I thought it was like monofilament wire, but cuts the bat rope and knocks out Batman because he fell and he gets knocked out. Well, Batman starts to wake up. Catman has used his monofilament bat wire to tie his ankle. Okay, so I guess it's strong now. And has taken Batman's utility belt, so Batman cannot escape. So what does Catman want to do? He wants to pit his lovely, almost bosom companion Siberian tiger against a trained fighter. I thought you liked the cat. Now I get it. It's a cat. It's big. It's probably stronger than a man, and it's got the claws. But it's Batman. How many times has he probably defeated you, Catman? Let alone anybody else. The guy's gone up against Darkseid. God, Darkseid. Come on, Tiger. I mean, Catman. Anyway, we do get some actually pretty fun art of Batman and the Siberian Tiger going at it. Fighting, fisticuffs, claws, Batman trying to get one up on him, doesn't know if he's going to be able to succeed, and then he grabs that wire, gets around the cat's neck, and it's like, corroding him. Wow, Batman. Okay. I'm glad you're knocking out the Siberian tiger by corroding its neck. Oh, and just so you know, no animals were harmed in the making of this comic. Okay? All right. Well, that being said, Catman is going to basically try to intervene, but this is where, now remember Catwoman is in this comic. This is where Catwoman kind of comes along and sees this whole thing happening. This must obviously be, well, maybe not obviously, but let's just say they're not an item. At least I don't think they're an item, because yes, she pushes Catman off of the roof, but then she just leaves. She doesn't help Bruce at all. Bruce doesn't even know she's there. Come on, Selina. This is your bosom man. This is the love of your life. You're just going to let him fight some Siberian tiger to the death? Oh, he's corroding the tiger. I get it. You know he's going to win. So, that being said, Catman plummets off of this building, lands through a truck. Whose truck is that? It's a delivery truck from Schrodinger Delivery. So the two men jump out of the van or the truck, trying to figure out what's going on. They open up the back. All of the cats run out, screaming and clawing. And then this large man in a cat suit, a cat uniform. Cat uniform comes out, and obviously this is God's judgment. They profess that they're going to change their ways. They go screaming away. Okay, it was pretty funny, I have to admit. But I maybe would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the A story as opposed to this little side story. But it was good. And that means, however, Catman has gotten away. So, he is able to live to fight Batman another day. All that done, we go back to the police. And they have found the reporter strung up. She's alive. Catwoman didn't kill her because she's not a killer, lady. So they find her strung up. They're helping her out. Batman comes down. And oh my God, what is up with your face? Is it gone? Did you just paint it blue? Did you throw off your old cape and cowl and put a new one on just so they wouldn't see that you're a white guy? I mean, come on. They saw you as who you were in the beginning of the comic. What is up with that? And why did you just have your teeth revealed and your lips, like, does the mask, like, is it? Okay, so anyway, so Batman tells them that there's a cat on the hot tin roof, and no, it's not a joke. Jeez, people, it's Batman. Anyway, so yeah. So Batman says there's a cat on the hot tin roof. It's the one doing all the murders on Audi 5000. Then we end the comic with Selina watching the news report and very, very happy that the reporter is kind of getting her due. And we wrap it up with Selina and one of her little cat friends just purring the night away. Yeah, it was just a pretty fun comic. It's probably one that no one ever reads a second time. And Catman is kind of, played as a buffoon most of the time. I like the guy. I think he's a fun character. I kind of wished he would have been a little bit more serious. I think eventually he becomes serious. He's in like the Suicide Squad or something, and he's a little bit more kind of intimidating in that. But yeah, most of these earlier comics, I think, just kind of made him as a buffoon. And yeah, but it's still a fun comic. It's a fun read, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And remember, no cats were harmed in the making of this issue. All right, everybody, that's Detective Comics 612 with Tiger King, with Catman, Catwoman, nice little Siberian tiger here, and Batman. Hope you all enjoyed this. Keep reading. Do all the things I usually tell you to do. Comment, like, subscribe, notification, share this video, especially if people like cats. Do you like cats? Leave that in the comments. Please, keep reading, and thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, look at that. Somebody getting little chin scratches. Oh, who likes the chin scratches? Seriously, it's the tick.